Hey everybody, my name is Ashley Rush and I'm an independent creative memories advisor located in North Carolina. Today I'm here with our brand new Adventure Parks collection and I hope to make you something kind of fun. So let's go ahead and get started. Obviously I'm using the Adventure Parks paper. I'm going to use some cardstock as a base, probably bring in some embellishments and some stickers. I will be using, I think, our brand new Solar Yellow. This is a bright yellow as a base. Since I have chosen Solar Yellow as my base, let's go ahead and pick some papers to go with it. I'm going to have some border strips, so I'm going to choose something a little louder. Right off the bat, I'm kind of taken with this like snack and icon page. I think that would be really fun. And then since I've got such a strong yellow, and then this really strong like pattern paper, I'm thinking blue would be good to go with it. So maybe like these 3 sheets together, that could be a lot of fun. I might come back and bring in a red. I'm just not entirely sure yet. All right, I'm going to start by bringing in my 12-inch trimmer. I need to make sure I'm paying attention to the direction of my pattern. I'm going to be doing strips across the top and bottom. So when I cut my paper, there are some words here. So I'm going to give it a 1/4 turn so that I make sure when I cut my strips, the pattern will still be going the direction I want. So the first strip I'm going to cut is 1 inch. Let's see how that looks. Actually, I think my first one I'm going to do at 1.5 inches. So we're going to do 1.5 inches first. Okay, so here's my 1.5 inches. And now I'm going to do that 1 inch cut. I was just sort of looking at my pattern and seeing what was going to get cut off. So that first time I said 1 inch, it wasn't going to cut in a great place. All right, so I have 1.5 inches and 1 inch. What is on the reverse of this? Oh, perfect. I think it would be fun. Well, we'll come back to that. So I'm going to set this sheet aside. I might come back to it later, but I don't need it quite right now. Now I'm going to take this big blue sheet and I want to do a big piece across the middle. So I think I'm going to start with 9, maybe 8. I'm going to start with 8 and see how that looks. Which if that's the case, then I should start with 9 and see how that looks. So instead of opening up my trimmer arm here, I'm just going to make a 4-inch cut. All right, so the 4-inch piece is actually the piece I'm going to set aside. I don't need that, but I do need this great big 4-inch piece or 8-inch piece, and that's going to go right there. Now I'm going to take those strips I made a little while ago, see kind of where they fit in. I can, if I wanted to give the illusion that this is smaller or shorter, I can arrange my strips to overlap it at varying degrees. I'm already super pleased. This is a great way to bring in a busy pattern. Just cut it up and use little parts of it. So originally I was thinking of cutting some thin strips or using a border sticker where these 2 patterns meet. So let me show you guys that a little closer up. But I think so I was going to put it here or here, but I think this really blends well already. I think we picked the perfect pattern. It's bringing out a lot of yellows. It's bringing out a lot of the blues so that this is already the good transition piece. So I'm not going to need to make that strip of red like I thought. I'm going to go ahead and start adhering this down. I'm just putting a little tape runner in each corner. I'm going to put that roughly in the middle. I'm going to take those strips and I'm going to do the thicker one on the bottom and the thinner one on top. That looks good to me spacing wise. So I'm going to go ahead and turn these pieces over. Put a little bit of my tape runner both sides and the middle. I already love how this base comes out. You can duplicate this and do it on the on another page, that you can have a 2-page spread, or you can keep it singular. Let's start thinking about photo placements. So I'm gonna make this as a part of a 2-page spread later on. So I'm gonna work on putting 3 photos on this page, knowing that I'll have space on a second page to add more later. Now the question is, do I want them to be matted or do I want them to just be right on the page? I think some photo mats would be fun here. Maybe bringing in some color. So I don't think I want the red. That's a little too much. What about the blue? A light blue could be fun. All right, I'm going to go with light blue. And I'm going to make a nice big chunky mat to start with. I'm going to do a 5 by 7. So do I want my stripes going up and down or side to side? I think side to side. So the first thing I'm going to do is make a 5-inch cut. I've got a nice big piece that I can set aside. Now I'm going to turn that, and I need a 7-inch cut. So 7 plus 5 is 12. So again, so I don't have to open that arm up, I'm going to make another 5-inch cut. The 5 by 5 square I can put away, and this leaves me with a beautiful 5 by 7 mat. So I think this is going to be really fun, sort of overlapping in our sections here. Yes. I like it on top with some room up there. Now we need some spots for some other photos. I'm thinking we could put some square photos here. What if we did maybe 3 by 3 squares? That would give us some space at the top and some room for spacing. So I'm going to take our leftover sheet here. I'm going to make a 3-inch cut. Take this part and put it aside. Go ahead and turn this. Yes, I like it. And I'm going to go ahead and do another one. I think that's really So I know I've got some blank space here, but I'm going to do some embellishing, and then this will balance out when I repeat this on the other side. I'm really happy with the placement of those, so before I overthink it, I'm going to go ahead and just put them down. Right, to help title this, I've pulled out one of our variety mats from the variety mat packs, and I'm just going to use the title portion here, so I'm going to trim it off. I cut about 1 3/4 inches off from the bottom so that I took the snacks off. Now though, I need to even it up. So that's a little more even. And I'm thinking that'll just float in right here. I think that looks really cute. It does look a little light on this background, so maybe it needs like a backer. Maybe this is where we pull that red in. What does this look? Yeah, I think that looks cute. I am going to trim this a little more. How do we feel about that? Makes it pop a little more? Okay, I think I'm going to go with it and go ahead and adhere it down. All right, I really love how this has turned out. I think off camera, I'm going to do a second page and I will show you guys what it looks like when I'm done. All right, I think this is where I've landed for now. I've got room for 7 photos, or I could do some journaling in one of these smaller boxes, or I could bring the journaling here or here. I put some clusters, so with my title I added half of a firework from the embellishment pack. I brought the other half of the firework down here, so creating a bit one side of that triangle, and then I've pulled my other cluster all the way here. I was so excited to see this large popcorn icon. When we were at Tokyo Disneyland, we were so impressed with all of their popcorn varieties. So this is, I think this is what this page is going to be about. It's about the popcorn varieties at Tokyo Disneyland. I do want to circle back. When I said that I cut like this firework in half, I kept going, oh, I really want like another blue one. And I was like, I would tuck it in here. Well, if you're going to tuck it in, you're going to lose half of it anyways. So I went ahead and sliced it in half so that it looks like it's tucked in. And then you can mirror it here. That way you're not opening a whole other pack just for like one little firework spark. All right, this is it for me this week. If you see anything in this video, like our Adventure Parks collection, the 12-inch trimmer or tape runner, all supplies that I absolutely love, please visit my Creative Memories website at creativememories.com/cm/AshleyRush. If you want to keep up with me on a more regular basis, I try to post to Instagram and Facebook every single day. Sometimes it's pictures of stuff I'm working on, sometimes it's pictures from my family. And then I do a lot of Creative Memories updates that come from home office. So make sure you guys check that out. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/scrapwithash or Instagram at scrapwithash. All right, guys, that is it for me this week. I look forward to seeing you guys all again next week. Bye.